Ability begets ability. Time and stimulation as factors ensuring the burgeoning of ability. The Shinagawa chapter of the Talent Education Institute in Tokyo boasts the presence of Piko, a pet for the young children who come there for violin lessons. Miyazawa Suzumu, the instructor there, keeps this parakeet with his wife. The Miyazawas untiringly teach Japanese to this bird. I am Miyazawa Piko, I am Miyazawa. The bird repeats in his high-pitched voice, to which the children respond, "Oh, Piko, you're so sweet. You're such a sweetheart." Here is what Mr. Miyazawa says about Piko's abilities. As you might expect, you have to start soon after birth. At first, it takes a great deal of patience. For the parakeet's verbal abilities to sprout, you must repeat the same words again and again. Things start so slowly that you might easily find yourself discouraged and wanting to abandon your efforts. The first thing was naming her Piko and teaching her the name about 50 times daily. Over a period of 2 months, we must have repeated it to her 3,000 times. Only then did she finally start to say Piko. My guess is that before she was able to say it, she needed time for the ability to sprout within her and then to manifest itself externally. That was a preparatory period requiring time and stimulation from the environment. When we plant seeds, even though we can't see what's happening, they transform themselves underground, little by little every day in response to the combined stimuli of water and warmth, plus light and dark. Until one day they finally sprout. It must be the same with a parakeet too. The wondrous blooming of development. But once it sprouts, Mr. Miyazawa continues the bird's development picks up speed gradually. When Piko was able to say Piko after those 3,000 repetitions on our part, we added our family name, Miyazawa. This time, however, Piko was able within 200 repetitions, or 1/15th, of the time it took for her to reproduce the sound Piko, to say Miyazawa Piko. It is certainly the same with human beings. No matter what the activity, we go slowly at first. The process of acquiring an ability is time-consuming. But it is an undeniable fact that abilities once acquired develop into yet higher abilities. Whenever we give up, thinking we are going nowhere, the abilities that have started developing nicely wilt away before they have a chance to manifest themselves externally. We must therefore patiently continue to repeat our training so as to allow abilities to blossom. On the basis of having trained Piko, we have fully come to realize the truth of this insight. Ability begets ability. This was demonstrated in Piko later on as well. She began to utter a number of other words. She also reproduces in a lovely voice the first measure of taka taka ta ta, one of Twinkle's variations. The children love to play on the violin. Abilities once generated foster more ability, while also gaining speed. The increased abilities, in turn, operate to add further speed, developing into new, higher levels of ability. It was interesting when I had a cold and coughed every day. Sporadically, each day Piko said, "I am Miyazawa Piko, cough, cough." Mr. Miyazawa's story offers proof through a parakeet to support my faith in ability development. I hold him in great regard for the way he nurtures children while impressing upon himself that even a bird can likewise be trained in this manner.